Iran is in the Bible, and it's terrifying. Peace and love, y'all. We're going to get right into it. This is the Isaiah 63 from the Targum. This is Aramaic scrolls of commentary how first century Israelites understood eschatology, all right? And look what it says in verse 1. Who have spoken these things? He shall bring the blow upon Persia. So it says the Messiah is the he here. He gonna bring the blower on Persia, right? This is what it's saying. The mighty vengeance upon Basra. That Basra are the Edomites. That will be the Caucasians according to history, archaeology, and prophecy. Nevertheless, this is about Persia. What this proves is Persia will remain a world power until the arrival of the Messiah, according to how ancient Israelites understood eschatology. All right, of Isaiah 63. That means whatever conflicts they go through, they may fall to a degree, they may stabilize, but they're either going to remain or increase and elevate to a further world power and bring that destruction that the Most High prophesied about. Total destruction and annihilation of the daughter of Babylon. That is all 4,500 square miles of the United States are said to be destroyed according to biblical prophecy. Persia will be involved in that according to what the prophecies are saying. Unless somebody can give an antithetical exegesis of what this means. I see a lot of people come on the comment board and say, it's not that, well, you got to tell me what it is. Now, I'm not saying the conflict with Iran and Israel and America is a fulfillment of these prophecies that we're about to go into. What I am saying is that these key players, Israel, Iran, United States, and others, they are a part of the end-all be-all wars, the World War III, the Armageddon. They are going to be a part of that according to biblical prophecy, if you believe. If you believe. The next verse, the next prophecy is Ezekiel 38. All scholars and theologians agree that Gog is the ruler. Could this be Vladimir Putin? We don't know. If this happens in his lifetime, then he would have been Gog. And then Magog is the land of Gog, the land in which they rule. Again, scholars and theologians agree that this is talking about Russia and its vast territory with expansion. And the Most High prophesies what Gog would be about and who will be the allies. Verse 5 says Persia. We have Persia here, Persia. So in this prophecy, God says he's going to raise up the Soviet state like how it was with the disdain and the abhorrence to the West, as we see Russia has, and then its allies, Persia, which is the ancient name for Iran. Ethiopia, you can just look up Russia-Ethiopia relations. Libya, that's North Africa. You can look up Russia-North Africa relations, and you'll see that they are in cahoots with each other. But the key is verse 7. It says, be prepared, prepare for yourself and all your company, and be a guard to them. So the Bible prophesies Russia will be a guard to his allies. This is why we see Russia providing military assistance, intel to Iran, and essentially fighting by proxy against America. And then we seen Iran assisting Russia with the drones in the Ukrainian war. So according to prophecy, they are allies. They're in coalition with each other. Now, again, I'm not saying that the conflict with Iran and Israel is a fulfillment of this, but Iran, Israel, and America, they will be a part of this conflict. The key thing to understand, which we'll get to in a second, let me not jump the gun. The Soviet state had a disdain towards the West, and the Most High God said he's going to bring that back with Gog and Magog, their former disdain that they had. In Jeremiah 51, not just Iran is mentioned here, but Russia is also mentioned here as well. But this is about Iran. In Jeremiah 51 verse 24, it says, I will render to Babylon and all the inhabitants of the Chaldea their evil. So this prophecy is against Babylon. It's a judgment on Babylon. Here's the thing, everybody. When you read the Nabonidus Chronicles and the Cyrus Cylinder, there was no war that ended by fire and mass destruction. There was a small skirmish battle where the Babylonians laid down arms and they were complicit, compliant. But the prophecy says that this Babylon will be destroyed by fire, be a burnt mountain, and none will remain. That did not happen in ancient Babylon. So this is an attestation or a deeper understanding to another Babylon that's spoken about in the book of Revelation, Mystery Babylon, this kingdom that will rule all kingdoms, be glorious, and that is none other than America. It fits all the prophetic descriptions. And it tells you the nations that will destroy this end time Babylon. The kingdoms of Ararat, that's Turkey. And we see Turkey, the Islamic State that's a part of NATO, how they feel their sentiments and their friendship toward other Islamic states, even Iran. So you see Turkey not allowing NATO to use their country to attack Iran. Part of prophecy. Eventually Turkey will turn on on America. That's a part of prophecy. Revelation 17, the horns will hate the whore. The whore being America, the horns, NATO and EU. Then it mentions Iran here, the kingdom of Mene. The kingdom of Mene. Anybody can look this up. The kingdom of Mene is the ancient name for Iran. The kingdom of Mene, also known as Mene, was an ancient kingdom that flourished in northwestern Iran. So the Bible is calling out names right now of those who will bring utter destruction to this place we call the US of A. Total devastation, complete lights out, horrifying and terrifying judgments. So we have Iran in biblical prophecy, and there's more. There's BRICS, the brick in biblical prophecy. Brazil, Russia, India, and China when you deal with them four carpenters. The big four, as they call themselves, the brick. But the key players also is Israel. Israel, the state of Israel. As I mentioned in my last video, there is the state of Israel, and then there is the people of Israel. The state of Israel has nothing to do with the people of Israel. The people of Israel are the bloodline descendants of the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The state of Israel are converts and then non-converts, just secular people there in the land running amok, who are not attached to the land covenantally or ancestrally. That's the state of Israel. There in the Bible, it tells you this in Luke 21 and 24. The true Israelites will fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be occupied by the Gentiles. That's what it means, trodden down, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Gentile rulership is not done on this earth, and it will not be done until the Messiah comes back and reigns and rules and snatches the crowns of the rulers of the earth. Therefore, Israel will be occupied by non-Israelites until said time. This is why there will always be war over there, according to Isaiah 60 and 17, or verse 18 rather. There will be war there until the true people of God are back in that land. We are the true people of God, according to history, archaeology, and prophecy. We are the Israelites. If you don't know that, I don't know where you've been. And even the state of Israel, they do not occupy the land promise. They only occupy some of the land right now, which is why the prophecies speak about Isaiah 49 and 8. When the true Israelites get back, they'll build up the desolate heritages. There's a lot of just Google Bethsaida or Chorazin or Capernaum, and you'll see these aren't places over in the land of Israel that are flourishing with population and buildings. a lot of the true land of Israel over there is desolate according to prophecy. Even Isaiah 61 verse 4, they shall build up the ancient ruins, they shall raise up the former devastations. That's what happens when the true Israelites get back. They occupy all of the land. It's not getting shared with Arabic, Palestinians, or anything like that. They occupy all the land. They rebuild all the desolate, the old waste, as the KJV calls it, even in Isaiah 62. Verse 4, and your land shall no more be termed desolate. Leviticus 26 is a part of the curses. Verse 32, and I will bring the land into desolation, and your enemies which dwell therein shall be astonished. The land of Israel will be occupied by the enemies of the true Israelites, the Gentiles, the non-Israelites, and most of it will be desolate because the Most High is not going to allow the imposters who are not registered on the roster to fulfill their agenda to occupy all of our land. Now, this also could be, I'm speaking transparent and as a man here, this also could be dealing with the state of Israel possibly, I'm sorry, not possibly, but getting attacked. This will happen, getting attacked and being the land of unwalled villages and it laying desolate for some generations until the Messiah comes back. That also could play a part into the prophecy as well. But as we have it, Persia will be a part according to biblical prophecy. Whether it takes a blow now and comes back into power, or whether this is what's going on today is a fulfillment of this, we have yet to see. Prophecy is fulfilled when we can look at history and see if it was fulfilled. With that, y'all, what I have to say, my last departing message is repent, keep the law, statutes, and commandments, believe on the Messiah, so that we can be extracted from this destruction, turbulence, and tribulation, these catastrophic and cataclysmic events. Our only way out is the Most High and divine intervention, because we don't have a military to protect us. All right, peace, blessings, and shalom.